Have you joined me in welcoming Misti Buard?
Hi. Thank you. Sorry, I left the one up there. All right, good morning, everyone. Who won some money last night? Who won some money? I know you won money. You're not raising your hand. She won some money. How much did you win? Like $140. Can I have $2? Good morning, good morning. So guys, today we are talking about unlocking $10,000 a month consecutively with your food truck. By hands, I want to know who I have in a room. Food truck owners, because I know some of you are not. Awesome. Dessert trucks, can I see your hands? Okay, awesome. Sean, is that you? I'm coming to see you right after class today. Awesome. I was looking for you yesterday. Savory trucks? Savory. So there's more dessert trucks in the room than savory? Savory? Okay. Any vegan trucks in the room? Okay, good. Y'all making my life easy today. Awesome. Okay, so let's start here. By show of hands, how many of you have already started bringing in $10,000 a month consistently? Ooh, secret? Anybody want to tell me their secret? Come on, Sean, I'm putting you on the spot. What's your secret?
Sell churros.
Sell
A lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. Okay. Yes, sir. What about you?
So I built out an AI system that books catering gigs for me while I'm sleeping.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Can you sell it to us?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Taylor. I already know what your sales. Okay. Now, before I get all the way started, I have somebody special that I want to bring to the stage. Kayao, come on up. This is an 11-year-old. She owns a lemonade stand. I'm going to let her tell you. She's here in Vegas. So yesterday after my media planning, did you get taller overnight? You were not this tall yesterday. So after my session yesterday, I offered consultations, and she invested. She didn't use her parents' money. She used her own money. Okay? Now I want you to tell the crowd, why did you decide to start your lemonade stand? She sells candies, treats, and different desserts. You tell them.
I started my business because I wanted to pay for my sports.
And what sports are you in?
I'm in wrestling, track, volleyball, and basketball.
All right, and tell us this before you go. How are sales looking? When's the last time you looked at your sales report? Don't worry, they don't look at theirs either. I promise you. Okay, so mom, okay, come on, you can come back to your seat. Mom, best month that she's had, mom and dad, so far. Can you tell me?
It was June, and credit card sales was $1,500,
Good job for 11 years old. Good job. Okay.
and cash was I think it was like $800.
Awesome. Oh, 1,500 credit card, 800 cash. All right, she knows the trick already. All righty, so saying all that to say, guys, if this 11-year-old can invest in her business, surely we can follow her footsteps, right? Surely we can invest and say, hey, I need help, and do so. So today we're talking about unlocking this $10,000 a month. I am going to run around. I wish I had Lindsay, you know what I need next year? I need a clicker. Sorry, I need a hearing aid. All righty, so story time. I'm going to use one of my client stories. So I have this thing where clients like to call me after they've done everything. This client, she saw me on news. She saw where I said, go get your truck. She did all that, and then she calls me after the fact. But she had already partnered with the food truck park, okay? Fun fact, I am not a huge advocate of food truck parks. Not all, but I've only seen a couple do it right. So I'm a big advocate, okay, what are your sales reports looking like, okay? So if I look at your sales reports and I see that you only have 20 people that you serve this month, as soon as you hire me, I'm gonna pull you away. So this client, how long did you stay at that food truck park, Miss Nakia? 3 months. It was like pulling teeth to get her to leave, okay? How many times did you go to that food truck park and just wait and hope that a customer showed up? Almost every day, literally. So we had to do a little finagling, like, hey, the purpose of having a food truck is you're mobile. You can literally go and get your money. You don't have to sit and wait and operate like a restaurant. If you choose to do that, if that's what you want to do, fine. But that wasn't working for her. And listen, let me be very clear. She's a serial entrepreneur. This is her fourth business? Fourth business, okay? All still operating. So we had to kind of have a mindset shift. So today we'll be talking about mindset shifts and how you can go and get your money. Do not wait for your money to come to you, okay? Does that make sense? All right, let's go. So first thing we did. Dennis, where are you? I stole this idea from you. That's my client, one of my clients in the back, dollar wings. So the first thing I wanted her to do, I wanted her, whenever she started going to apartment complexes, we all know that apartment properties can be hit or miss, right? So, okay, hey, let's do something special. They've never heard of you. So what you need to do is you need to go in there, and we can offer $1 wings. And I don't want to offer that. Okay, let's offer it for 1 hour. Let's have $1 happy hour for chicken wings, okay? Let's create this graphic, and let's have the apartment property email this out, this e-blast, to their residents saying, hey, we're going to be on site for 4 hours, but the first hour is happy hour. Here's $1 wing. I don't know if you guys can see her sales report. This was from March sales report, $8,000, She has been in a bit. You just made a year. Have you made a year yet? No. She hasn't made a year yet. She has not made a year yet. What does your sales report look like at the food truck park? She doesn't know. What were we looking at, $300 a month? So this is 1 month, all right? So I'm showing this as an example. Go get your money. She would have never did this at the food truck park. She passes by that park all the time now. Has anything changed? Nothing. All right, so while you're paying $2,000, $3,000 a month to park here and you're not bringing in customers, why are you creating overhead for yourself? You're not a restaurant. All right, so go get your money. We're good so far? Y'all with me? All righty. So there are a few simple techniques. I don't want to go deaf again. Okay. There are a few simple techniques to get into $10,000 a month. My job is to make it simple. Catering is your number one thing to do. In agreement, everybody? Do we know why you do understand that it's easier for you to get a contract with a company than to hope and pray somebody walks up to your food truck while you're doing a pop-up, right? You want to secure that $2,000, $3,000 contract, that catering gig, versus hoping for $25 per person. All right, we're good there? All right, number 2, events. We're going to talk about this today. Are you attending the right events? I can't explain. So I've been doing this since 2013. I've had my own truck. I've done all the fun things, right? I have seen so many food truckers either spend too much money paying for events, going and flopping because they're not asking the right questions. 2, or they go to free events where somebody promises there's going to be 5,000 people, and you get there, there's 500 people, 5 food trucks, 10 tents. So that's what you don't want to do. So you want to ask the right questions, okay? Menu. Is your menu profitable? Most people don't know. How many menu items should you have? Typically, none of my clients answer. On a food truck, how many items are we selling?
5.
5? You said 5. Anybody else? 20. I said don't answer. 5 to 8 items. 5 to 8. And they need to be items that complement each other. They marry each other. Why? Keep your food costs down. Okay? Y'all with me so far? Any questions so far? Okay, y'all, listen. If you do not talk to me, I will pick on you. I want to be very clear about who I am. I will run around with this microphone. Food percent cost. I know what that says up there is your cost under 30%, but what should it really be? 17. Whoa, that's really low. What are you selling? Hot dogs? Oh.
Gyros and mac and cheese.
Oh, nice. Oh, did you bring some gyros for me to try today? I'm not.
That's my very first one. I've been cooking them. I just had my very first one.
Nice. 17%. Okay, I've never seen anyone that low. Average food truck. I heard 20? 21? All right, so I like to let you go to 25%, but that's including your paper goods. Okay? All right? So let's go. We're going to talk about it. Let me do some questions right quick. Caterings. How many? Tell me a story. I'm going to tell you a story. She just had a $10,000 catering. Last month? This month? Last month. A $10,000 catering. How many people? 500 people. Okay? That's not everybody's story. That's a one-off. When we have those one-offs, we say, woohoo, thank you, God, okay? Anybody else? Tell me, anybody got an amazing catering story, a company, a random, something that happened and it was phenomenal that you want to share? I'm going to run to you. Give me 2 seconds to make it over there. Listen, y'all make sure I get my steps in these classes. I appreciate it. All righty. Yes, sir. Can you tell me your name and where you're from? Hey, Michael.
Michael, I'm from Bakersfield, California. We did a hospital event, catered all our staff, and it was about 14,000.
Nice, good. All right, so that was it. He has desserts. What kind of desserts do you have, Michael?
Mini donuts, funnel cakes, churros, deep fried Oreos.
All right, listen, this is the churro class, okay? Mini donuts. We have someone else over there, Mini Donuts. He's out of Dayton, Ohio. Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I backed into an opportunity. It was an event with 400 companies there, and one company paid me to feed, and I got probably 45 leads from other companies because we were there feeding all the companies. If you can find an event like that where it's companies serving companies, like that thing, it booked up a ton of stuff.
Okay, everybody take that note. Find a company that's paying you to feed other companies, all righty? A lot of times that may be nonprofit organizations, all right, because they have sponsors. So I have an event coming up in Virginia, and Amex is a sponsor, Verizon is a sponsor. That's the type of event that he's referring to. So we have the big wigs from those places. All right, so let's have some fun, ladies and gents. I'm gonna ask lots of questions. Catering, for those of you who are just starting out, rule of thumb, once a week, you should be spending time passing out samples and business cards. I call it Marketing Mondays, okay? Now tell me the truth, don't lie. I will read you. How many of you are still going out, pounding the pavement, passing out samples to get new clients? Sean, you said they're not samples, what are they? Just flyers. Flyers, okay. So I said this yesterday, and I'm gonna always say this. You guys are marketing food. You get to touch all 5 senses. You always remember what you're tasting, okay? So take one day a week. Find, and I'm gonna go over in a second, find 5 places that you wanna go. It could be one strip center, okay? Go into that strip center, 3-ounce cups. Have some business cards and or some flyers. Go in there. Hi, my name is Misti B. My food truck is XYZ. I sell this. There you go, okay? And then you wanna make sure you ask the right questions. Hi, so how often do you guys cater for your office? And then you wanna let them try the food. And then the next day you wanna make sure you get their email address, their business card, and you wanna follow up. We do not wait. We're business owners. We don't wait. We go and get, okay? So you have them, you spend the next day, you email them. Hi, Sean. My name is Misti. I dropped off my mini donuts yesterday. I wanted to know, what did you and your staff think about it? You let Sean reply back to you, okay? Because now we have him engaged. He replies back to me. He says, oh, they thought it was great. Guess what my next thing is? Awesome, I'm glad that you loved it. When do you guys have your next event? Holiday event, birthday party, what do you do in your office? What do you guys cater for? And there you go, that one thing. And then once you get in there, you ask for a referral. You get them to keep saying how much they like you, repeatedly. You keep asking, what did you think? What did you think? Now listen, if they tell you they didn't like it, don't get your feelings hurt. We're gonna go back and we're gonna tweak some things and we're gonna take it back to them, okay? Make sense? Once a week, that's your homework. Why is it in there twice? Okay, I went the wrong way. Let's talk about some numbers. I just talked about this young lady, Truth BMT. She started her truck just a year ago. Has it been a year, Joni? August makes a year. Okay, so I have 2 people in here, August. Sales she pulled her sales for June 16th through July 15th, $17,000. Let's be very clear, that $10,000 catering gig definitely helped out, okay? So get your caterings, and these are just examples. These are real numbers. I got these numbers from people in this room. Feel free to go and ask them so you can make sure that I'm not lying to you. This is another client. She started out at a gas station, okay? She started out at a gas station. It was $750 a month to park there. Spent a whole year there. She was doing great. Average sales, $10,000. No, I think she was at $8,000 then. She was at $8,000 then. But after the year was over, guess what the gas station owner said? I want more money. Not only do I want more money, I'm going to bring in another food truck. Now I'm going to bring in a competitor. So she decided, okay, so you know my theory. Hey, you're mobile. Go and get your money. How Miss Ebony has made this money, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a military base about an hour and a half from Houston. She got in with them. They're paying her $25 a person to provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now you're like, dang, that's not really any money. Let's do the math on that. 3 days a week, that's all she's working. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're offering her $25 a head. Guess what? You don't have to serve them full portions, okay? a breakfast taco, eggs, bacon, and a tortilla. You know how cheap that is? So she has rationed it out. This is just her 3 days a week in 1 month. This is what she's doing. So, I'll show you a list later. It's very possible. So yes, she was making $8,000 a month at the gas station, but now she's getting her money at the military base. She hasn't done anything else. She's like, oh yeah, I just rest during the week, Monday through Thursday, and I go to the military base. And they just ration the portions, that's it. These people who are stationary, they're looking for food, okay? Death Grip Donuts. I just told you over there that we have another mini donuts in here. Sorry, kind of cut off Cam. Cam, how long ago were you ready to give up on the food truck industry?
Yesterday. Began right before April.
Right before April. And how long has it been for you guys?
2023, and I've been full-time for like 11 months.
Okay, so he's a full-time employee. He decides to take the leap that at some point everybody takes, and he is hating the leap, right? And as soon as he's ready to give up, what happens?
We did $25,000 month.
As soon as he was ready to give up. You have to keep going. And sometimes when we come from corporate, our mindset's a little different. We have to, when I tell you this industry, you have to hustle. I cannot teach hustle. I tell clients that all the time. You have to have it in you to want to go get it, okay? If I can't teach you that, if that's not already in you, then you may want to seriously consider a restaurant, or you may want to, listen, you really ought to consider a bar. That's where the real numbers are, all right? If you're in this industry for for money, wrong industry. This is a passion thing, but if you want some money, it's a bar, and then you can work with food trucks to have them parked there. All righty, so any questions about that before I go to where you guys should be targeting to cater? Questions? None? All right, so here is a list. I'm gonna walk down again, 1 second. All right, so here's a list of places that people I know, clients, have gone and secured contracts. Now, I want to be very, very clear. This, like the retail side, this varies, okay? I have Target in Houston that calls one client 5 times a month. Walmart, I personally get those calls. Walmart, I have 11 Walmarts that call me. They want the same truck every time, but they always want them in December, okay? So which is great for him because December is a slow month. But I'm hearing stuff, I heard in a meeting yesterday that Walmart is offering where you can park in their parking lot. So you're gonna have to learn how to finagle this. This may not happen in your side of the world. Amazon, I have a guy in Detroit. Amazon pays him to come out every single Monday to feed the staff. Houston, they won't even allow you to come out anymore. They won't allow, something so bad happened with a truck, they won't allow you to come out. But you have to do your homework, okay? I cannot do it for you, but I can give you the list on how to do it. We just talked about hospitals. Michael said he had $14,000. It's a guy in our group, the Food Truck University. Anybody remember how much his catering was for the cookies? $40,000. He had a $40,000 contract with hospital systems for Nurses Week. Are you looking at your calendar? Are you seeing what events are going on? Admin Week, Nurses Week, hospitals pay for this. They want to show their appreciation, okay? So please pound the pavement. How many of you know that doctors' offices feed their staff every single day? Anybody in here know that? So you guys should be targeting doctors' offices. And let me tell you how they feed them, just so you know. You go in, hi there, can I have your name? Josh. Hey Josh, I'm Misty, nice to meet you. So Josh, I am with Misti Buard Food Truck, and I brought you some samples. I brought you some samples. I want you and your staff to try, and then I'm gonna email you tomorrow, call you to see what you thought about them, okay? You do that, guess what? If Josh likes the samples, he's gonna tell his pharmaceutical rep, because they're coming in every day trying to sell different things, okay? So that's who's supplying the lunch. All you have to do is get it to the decision maker. The pharmaceutical rep wants the money, so they're gonna buy whatever they say. Dessert companies, you definitely need to be doing this. The nurses and doctors, they have the worst health in the world. So you need to be offering them all the desserts that you can simply by going in. Let me tell you, when I tell you I know this works, I have done this since 2013. And think about it, for those of you who are like, I don't want to waste samples. If you walk into the mall, since you were a child, you go into the food court, what are they handing you on a toothpick? Bourbon chicken? And they're still doing it?
Costco does that.
Say that again.
Costco does that.
Costco does that. You know why Costco is still profitable? Because they do that, okay? Please, samples go a long way. Trust me when I say this to you. But you should also be going to waste management companies. They have so many events. I have a client who also has a partnership with Waste Management. And when I say they overpay. They're doing events for the families, company picnics, but they do it like 4 times a year because they work their team so hard. He has that contract. The dude is literally selling them chili dogs and nachos, Rico's cheddar cheese, okay? Not real food. Something that he's making a killing on. So think about that. We talked about company picnics, business parks. Now, go to the right-hand column. Off the beaten path. Anybody ever sold food at an RV park? Okay, so I only have one person, and she just told me this not too long ago. Listen, I just spent a week in San Diego. It was 5,000 campers lined up. You need to go approach the RV park owner, Josh, what are we going to offer them?
Filipino food.
He said Filipino food. Yes, we're going to offer samples. We're going to offer samples. Hi, is it okay if I come in? What's your slow night? When is everybody here? When can I come in with my truck and serve 2 or 3 dishes? Do you think they will like this? Okay, guys, we got to be creative. Military bases we talked about. Anybody in here catered a wedding? Donuts. You guys, hold on. You guys catered a wedding?
Yeah, we do several.
Hold on one second. Let me come over here. So that's interesting. Yeah. Tell me about that, because they wanted donuts. They had a brunch wedding, or?
A lot of the new style weddings are really going away from your traditional cakes. They want something fun for their guests. So it's like cupcakes, donuts. So we kind of cater to that.
And how many have you done?
4 or 5.
4? How are you securing those contracts?
A lot of leads. A lot of people that have came and visited us ask for a card, and they reach out. Hair salons have been huge. We're preferred vendors at a couple venues that we dropped off samples to, so now we're the preferred vendor. We took away someone's spot that was supplying it. They liked our product better, so now we're the preferred vendor.
Then
So,
open houses.
open houses. So did you hear what they said? Preferred vendor at venues. Venues host what every day? Oh, every weekend. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are venues having? Weddings. They need vendors. They need to supply their brides with something. Why don't you go over there and what are you going to take to these venues when you go in and introduce yourself? You're going to take what?
Samples.
Thank you. That is the word for today. Okay, yes, you had a question.
But no, celebration of lives, actually.
Funerals? Okay, so did I not just post this in our group? Listen.
We tried that, but
Well, you have donuts. Nobody wants a donut at a funeral.
He does all of his desserts.
You do okay. But donuts versus
no
desserts.
one wants Death Grip donuts.
Nobody wants Death Grip donuts at their freaking funeral. All righty. We just talked about this in our online community. Funerals. Not only are we having weddings every weekend, hello, funerals every weekend. Go to funeral homes. Provide some samples. And I keep harping on these samples, guys. It makes you stand out. 5,000 people can leave a flyer with me right now. You think I'm going to remember that? I'm going to remember whenever I do conferences, the person who comes up to me with food, I never forget them. I never forget them. Your business, I got 5,000 business cards yesterday. Ask me, have I looked at one? I haven't had time. Ask me, has anybody brought me food this week? No. Ask me if I'm happy. No. So seriously, funeral homes, guys, they need food. And don't be afraid to get away from your menu, okay? If you can cook, be creative, okay? So don't say, oh, well, I have tacos and quesadillas. They don't want that. Honey, we can make taco salads, okay? Think outside of the box. Don't be so stuck on what you currently have. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm curious, we live in Florida and we're brand new, like not launched yet, but one of the things I'm considering is going to like independent living facilities, because their residents all have meals included, but their chefs only work and their staff is only there so many times. So I want to be able to go in and say, hey, when your chef goes on vacation, how about consider bringing us in and we'll serve your residents?
So when you say, hi there, we have a meeting later.
Yeah.
Hi. When you say independent living, are you referring to assisted living?
So instead of assisted, some of them have step-ups to assisted living, but they could have, like my mom lives in one.
Okay.
She pays a lot of money in rent. She gets all her meals included.
Okay.
The meals 3 days a week suck because the chef's not there.
Okay.
So I want to go in and say,
I like that. So, yeah. So I will say this, because I have a chef who has been at a hospital. She was at a hospital for years. I will say this. When you target assisted livings, nursing homes, you need to make sure you have a chef that knows how to cook for celiac disease, all of the extras. So just keep that in mind. Okay. And knows what medicine, so that's what I would say.
Okay.
Because the chefs at their Their facility, they know these things. So they give them, so just keep that in mind, okay? So I would go in with the top 3 issues that may be having at their place and show them the dishes you've already created.
Yeah.
And on that one, I wouldn't provide samples right away. On that one, I would actually have a list of what I would create.
Okay.
So that you can move it around, okay? Dietary restrictions, yeah, that's number 1. Okay, so how many of you are talking to RV parks this next week when you get home? Liars, okay. Don't say I didn't give you the information, all right? It's up to you to do it. All right, let's talk about events. The second way you're gonna bring in money. Number 1 is catering, 2 is events. All right, how many of you, tell the truth, do not be ashamed because we've all done it, have gone to an event, paid or unpaid, the event planner sold you a wolf ticket and you got there and you were pissed? Anybody? Oh, now we're telling the truth. All right, guys, if we ask these questions, please take a picture. I'm going to send this to Catherine so she can email this out to all of the attendees later. Please, these are the questions, and I'm going to tell you why you ask these questions. Number 1, you ask them, is this your first time hosting this event? Anybody knows why you asked that? Don't answer for those who know the answer. Anybody know why you asked that first? Take a shot. Yes, ma'am. Well, their consistency in getting people to come. There you go. Their track record. People, first-time event planners, they have this thing with inflating numbers that is ridiculous. So you ask them, is this your first time? If they say yes, you just listen. Oh, great. How many attendees are you expecting? They're going to tell you 5,000 people. That's how many they're hoping. Whatever number they tell you, you cut it in half because they don't have a track record. They have no data. They're just pulling numbers. You know, they're being like women. You know, we're hopeful. So that's what they're doing. Let's say they say that this is, oh no, we've been hosting this event for 4 years. You ask the same question. How many attendees are you expecting? Whatever they tell you, you can most likely believe. Now, I want to be clear. COVID did mess some events up. So maybe you want to specify and say, how many events have you had in the last how many attendees in the last 2 years? Okay? Makes sense? Because some numbers were really high pre-COVID and some have really gone down. You need to ask, what is the total number of food vendors? Do not say food trucks, because they will tell you, oh, we have 4 trucks. And you're like, yes. And you get there, and how many tents do you see? Tents, carts. So you have to ask this because you need to know how many, like, is this worth my time? And this is for free or paid events, okay? You ask these same questions. You definitely ask them for an event that's asking you for $500, okay? But you ask it for free events as well. Number 4, we recently learned this in our group. Someone went to an event, and it was only supposed to be 2 food trucks there. 2 trucks, they got to this event, 2 trucks, and then they had a tent that was giving away free food, not samples, free plates, correct? It was seafood. How can you compete? You cannot compete with that. Number 4, if anybody's passing out free food, oh, thank you so much. You can't compete with free. You're trying to make a profit, okay? So don't waste your time, even if it's a free event, unless you just have time to waste. Go make your money somewhere else, all right? Are we good on these questions? Makes sense, all right. Gonna move forward, we're gonna talk about some events. I'm gonna start with my buddy Felipe. So I met Felipe, oh my God, 2016, I believe. Felipe was one of those, he's very adventurous, okay? Felipe started off in Houston in 2016. In Texas, Austin is where the food culture really, really is. He left Houston to go to Austin to learn, all right? Formula One, anybody familiar with F1, Formula One racing? This is Felipe, all right? Now let's dissect. I want to jump down there so bad, but I don't want any trouble. These 43-year-old knees, I don't trust them. All right, so I want to dissect this. For those who want to do festivals, anybody had great success at a festival so far? I know you did. Oh, great. Okay, awesome. Yes, perfect. Tell me what type of festival was it? Chicken Wing Festival. Where are you guys from?
Maryland.
Maryland, okay. And success? Mm-hmm. Can you define success for me? What does that look like for you?
1, you make a profit. 2, lines that don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
And you stay up with the line.
Stay up with the line. How do you stay up with the line? You prep like crazy.
Correct.
You prep like crazy the day before. Felipe, all right, so let me tell you, for those of you who want to do festivals and events, I hear a lot of people say this. My phone's over there. Felipe texted me last week, hey, I really need those caterings in December. Sales are down this year. He did a festival recently. This is not it. This was from 2024. He did a festival last week, 2 festivals in the last 2 weeks. One festival last year, he made $12,500. He made $2,500. He's pissed. So I asked a couple questions. Felipe, who was there? It was another taco truck there. Now, Felipe, let me be very clear. Felipe's Tacos, please, they're off, it's great. He said it was another taco truck there, but they were passing out samples. I said, Felipe, did you not pass out samples? Nah, I didn't think about it. So you wonder how you went from 12,500 to 25? Listen, samples go a long way. But let me tell you about but he's honest. He's not the person who consistently inflates his numbers. That's not what he does. He'll tell you, hey, this is a terrible, terrible event. He invests. This Formula One event, if I'm not mistaken, was $5,000 to get into, okay? He tows that truck right there. Felipe has a fleet of 4 or 5 trucks now. He doesn't even drive it. He tows it from Houston to Austin, because I think this last time it broke down. This is what he does to be successful. Number 1, how he was able to make $43,000 in 2 days. Felipe is intentional about that sign that says quesadillas and tacos on the top of his truck. Why? You see all those other trucks on the left side in the parking lot? He said you have to walk up to their menus to see what they have. You can see mine coming a mile away. That saves him, number 1. Number 2, Felipe sells 2 things on that truck when he's at a festival: quesadilla and tacos. Those are the same ingredients, correct? He's not doing anything different, okay? Number 3, he has 3 lines. There's a blue tent that you may be able to see a little bit, a canopy there. He has 3 cashiers outside of his truck, taking cash orders, taking in credit card. He has his POS systems out there running a long cord. Guess what? He has food. When they take the order, he passes a ticket to the food runner. Food runner gives it to the truck. He's already prepped all the food. Coming out in 5 minutes. He did a Super Bowl event recently. I literally stood in line with him. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. His food comes out that fast. If you decide to go this route, please prep. Please be prepared. Please have someone that can pass out samples. Look at all that competition over there. So this worked for him. This has worked for him for years, but it's not working right now. Somebody's using samples. It's okay to pivot, guys. If it's not working, we go back to the basics. Don't make it hard, okay? Somebody asked me, what did he profit? What do you think he profited from this event? Anybody want to guess? 5,000. He paid 5,000 just to participate. Anybody want to say it again? Hold on 1 second. Say that again for me.
30,000.
30. Good job. He did 30,000 after labor, costs, food. And he has behind his truck, he has this huge thing that he rents that's like kind of like a cooler to keep everything in, okay? He went to Austin to learn this. He has mastered this, okay? When his trucks aren't here, they're parked at a local bar that serves no food. Great. He sends me his numbers. He has great numbers, minus this year. but everything comes up and down, okay? Any questions before I go to a smaller event? Any questions about this? Yes.
I just want to say something about that table out front. We just did that for the first time at a super busy event, and it was key.
It was key. That table.
Those 2 people out there, and then we're using the tickets.
Yeah.
Something we normally do.
Yes.
But at a super busy event, it saved us.
So she's saying that they just did a tent recently outside of their truck, and she said they typically don't do it, but at a super busy event, it saved them. It really does. First of all, how many of you have a hard time hearing on your truck when someone's placing an order? Everybody? Okay, you're like, huh? Huh? It's worse than going through the drive-thru. That's number 1. So it's okay to use this tent. Have your setup stand out. But what I want you all to take away, if you decide to do events, not only the tent and the cashiers, pay a little $200 for that 5x7 sign. You don't need to sell more than 3 items because you don't have time, okay? If you're frying anything, cook it the night before. You don't have time. This is an event. You just mentioned chicken wings. You have to push those out fast. People forget that when they're at food festivals, you know how fast they give you guys bad complaints at food festivals? They have no mercy. They think you are the local McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. They want their food, if they order it, it is 10:31. If they order this food at 10:25, at 10:31, they're pissed, all right? Learn how to cook everything. Get your stuff ready. I know, sorry. I have to hurry up. and I'm only not even halfway through. Okay, I want to say this, smaller events. So client Nakia, listen, she lives in a small community. Do not be afraid. Small events are real. This is a shot from us at another event, but do not be afraid. Her community looks for her. The Facebook group, I keep telling her to get on Nextdoor. She refuses to do it. They don't use that out here. Yes, they do. Small communities, if you live in a small community, it works. I used to be marketing manager for Nothing Bundt Cakes. Anybody ever heard of Nothing Bundt Cakes? Awesome, okay. So you know when I would look at the sales report nationally, it was the bakeries in the small areas, okay? In little suburbia, why? Less competition. So if you're in a small community, her community lets her pop up at their pool. She puts it in her Facebook group. I'll text her, how are sales today? Okay, we've done $1,400. Park at your pool. Put it in your local Facebook group. Remember, your job is to go get more money. You've made more money at their pool than you did at their food truck park. Okay. All righty. I got to keep going. Menu. Is your menu profitable? Tell the truth. How many of you know how much it costs? Dennis, how much does it cost to make me a chicken tender basket? $1.92. How much do you sell it for? $10. Do you guys know how much it costs to make your food items? Cam, how much does it cost to make a box of mini donuts? 35 cents a donut? I'm in the wrong business. With labor, good. Okay, and how much are you selling that box for? 12 to 6, listen, please know how much it costs to make these items. Okay, you need to know because you need to know your markup, and if you want to add labor on there, if you want to add your food, your packaging, your paper goods, you need to know that. Anybody else know? Anybody else make a burger? Nobody? How much? I hate doing the burger thing because I'm not good at like the mayo and the mustard. How much would you say it costs to make a burger? $1.50? What are you selling it for? $10. Listen, know your numbers. I sound like a doctor because I always say this. Know your numbers. All righty. I'm probably not going to have time to go over all this really quickly, but I'm going to go fast as crap. Menu creation, okay? I said earlier, 5 to 8 menu items. I use this from my good buddy Mike. He used to have brisket French fries on his food truck, okay? Ingredients, brisket, French fries, shredded blended cheese, green onions, barbecue sauce, and sour cream. I said, what did I say earlier? Have menu items that marry each other. If he has brisket fries, give me something else that he could have on his menu. Brisket sandwich, give me something else. Tacos, I heard something else back there. Nachos, there we go. Okay, guess what he had? Brisket quesadillas. Okay, marry the ingredients. Everything is the same, except the first one's French fries, this one's tortillas. Okay, keep that in mind. Food costs. Sorry, I'm going fast, I gotta hurry up. Food costs. Look at your sales report for the past week. Okay, I put 30% because I'm being nice to you. Ask Dennis, we would have a meeting and I have fun bringing a red marker and marking up your menu. It brings me such joy to take stuff off your menu that's not selling. Look at your sales report. So for example, and this is the easy way, I do it backwards. If you made $3,500 last week, multiply that $3,500 by 30. That's the food cost, paper goods. You're at 17%, you're killing it. I'd really prefer you multiply it by 25%. So, but if you multiply 3,500 times 30%, what your food cost should be, that equals $1,050. You need to go back and look at your receipts. Did I spend more than $1,050 last week? If you spent more than $1,050 on food, you spend way too much. Your food cost is too high. Does that make sense? Okay, I tried to say that as fast as I could, and I'll have them email this out. How do I price my menu? I'll walk you through it. Your protein should be approximately 4 to 5. I have no vegan trucks in here. Your protein, you are not a restaurant. 4 to 5 ounces, okay? Until you get an idea of what that looks like, you either get you a food scale or you get you a ladle that has 4 to 5 ounces, all righty? So you know that you're not over-serving, all righty? Long story short, I break this down. If a 5-pound biscuit costs $25, clearly I did this a couple years ago because price has gone up on everything. You break it down by the ounces, okay? I'm gonna skip a little bit. Final answer, 5 ounces of brisket from the 25 ounce, blah, 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 blah. Let me go down here. 13 orders, $1.92 to make. He knows from one brisket, he can get 13 orders. He knows from one brisket, it's gonna be about $1.92 per serving, right? His biggest ingredient here is the protein. Green onions, I don't know how to count this. Listen, I wanna be clear about who I am. I'm not an accountant, I'm marketing. But the green onions, the barbecue sauce, I have someone who can do that if you need to be that detailed, okay? But this helps you price your menu. So if that's $1.92, again, starting here, if that's $1.92 per serving, guess what? I know that I can mark that up. I marked it up by 3. You can add labor to it. Bakers, desserts, I'm so sorry, I'm not good enough. I don't know. Your labor cost is different. But for those of you who don't know how to calculate labor, you calculate labor simply. How long does it take my employee to make this dish? Okay? That's how you start. You really time them. And then we have to convert that into time and into money. But anyway, and that's how you know if you're making a profit. He knew how much his burger was. Dennis knows how much his chicken tender basket is. Are you really making a profit, or are you out here having a hobby? Okay? I want you guys to think about that. Anyway, my time is really, really up. So sorry. FTO Expo, am I done? Anybody? Lindsay? I have 3 minutes. I am offering, I did it yesterday. I have a meeting with Yo Daddy-Os today. Hey, I typically do $250 for a consultation. If you book today, we do it on site for $150. You can scan that QR code to connect with me in any form or fashion that you want to. Now I want to take questions these last 3 minutes. Who has a question? Don't be ashamed. Okay, I was going to say, now I know I'm not that bad. Yes.
What are your thoughts on the idea of in a smaller community like HOAs, things like that? Is that something that would be potentially profitable in the same way a community pool would be?
So when you say HOAs, you mean partnering with them?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's lots of developments that have 300 plus houses in different phases, and you can park somewhere along. I live in a 300 plus development, and we've thought about the idea of when we start, because we have not officially opened yet, but to start locally and just see how that pans out.
Absolutely. Why not? You sell food. You know how her community, what she did? So we had a hurricane last year? Was it a hurricane or was it something happened in Texas? I don't know what happened, okay? We always have something happen. And she was planning a tasting for her food truck, okay? Tastings, samples, tastings. She's planning a tasting. Everybody lost power in her neighborhood. So she couldn't operate her truck. Guess what she did? She opened up her home. She just moved there from New York. She opened up her home, she invited it. Those people love her because she provided them food in a season when their food was spoiled, et cetera. I have a lady yesterday, I'm on a flight, or the day before on the flight here. She's opening up her truck. She's doing a tasting. She's tasting 100 people. It's like, I want you to come out, and she wants real feedback. Listen, marketing costs money, okay? It's okay to have tastings. People love you.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing that.
Do a tasting, absolutely.
Have everybody come out and just maybe $1 or nothing.
Especially for a buck, that's so much fun. And then these people beg her for food. They were like, are you parking at the pool today? Yeah. Anybody else? Questions? I see you kind of looking, no? Okay. Over here? Okay, 1 second. Yes, sir. Yes, Ernesto.
Yeah, my experience with the apartment complexes hasn't been pretty good. But I think that the idea that you just shared is pretty right, that we can offer to be an emergency vendor in case of a hurricane or an event. So I'm taking that home.
Okay, so you're going to take that home. And you are in?
Houston.
You're in Houston? Oh, yeah. What part of Houston are you in?
The food truck is close to the Town and Country area.
Okay, yeah.
Center, but we primarily focus on large events.
Okay.
We're an approved vendor for Energy Stadium and the Texans.
Perfect. So listen, so what he was saying is that, so he lives in Houston also. He was saying he wants to be an emergency vendor. Do you know how much? We had a guy in Orlando at FTO Expo. I cannot think of the name of the organization right now, but it was when floods were going through Tennessee. Paid him $40,000 to come out. When they see you doing stuff like that on your own, first of all, you're going to get media coverage for those who attended my media class yesterday, because you're doing something selflessly. So definitely do that. Anybody else?
Well,
yes.
What he was saying too, and you can feed first responders for free.
There you go. And if you feed a first responder for free, where does a first responder work? What did I have on the list earlier? Most of them have connections to hospitals. That could be your way in. Put on social media, hey, first responders, come to my truck. Do it on a slow day. First responders, and give them an hour or two. You know, you want to be profitable. All right? Anybody else? Y'all are quiet. I do not like any of you. I will not be coming back next year. No, I'm joking. That's my time. Thank you so much. Make sure you scan that QR code to connect with me.